Alright, so I recently did research on what it's like to be a lawyer for my class, and I'd just like to share with you what I've learned. So, what does a lawyer do? He advises his clients, which can include individuals, corporations, and even government agencies. He advises them of their legal rights and responsibilities. He represents them in a court of law by arguing their cases in front of judges and juries and presenting evidence. There are a lot of different kinds of lawyers. The most obvious ones are the criminal law attorneys. That's the prosecutors and the defense attorneys. The prosecutors will they will file suit against individuals and corporations who have been accused of breaking the law. The defense attorneys will represent those who have been accused. They can also work for the government as the court-appointed lawyers that you're promised your constitutional rights. There are government councils. They work within the government, advising different government agencies of their rights and responsibilities. They interpret the laws and regulations that affect that government agency as well as others, and they argue on behalf of those agencies in courts of law. One of the possible agencies is the United States Office of Government Ethics. They make sure that people aren't doing bad things with your money. There are corporate councils. They work with businesses, advising them on various laws like tax laws, property laws, patents, government regulations, and all these things. And again, they'd probably represent those specific corporations in court as well. There are the legal aid lawyers, the ones who work with nonprofit organizations, usually working pro bono. They cover civil cases, not the criminal ones. They will work with individuals who have been wrongfully fired or injured or any of these other things. So what else would a lawyer do other than just stand up and argue in court? Well, in court, they present evidence and argue cases before judges and juries, and they select the juries along with their opposition to hear those cases. And that's actually a really big part of what they do. They also study existing laws, statutes, ordinances, and the Constitution as part of their research for cases. They analyze the precedents of the cases to figure out, which way the case may go in court, and they will use those analyses to decide whether they should take on a case or what they'll do with the case when they take it on. So what type of education is needed for a lawyer? And this is very important for me and kind of a surprising thing that I learned during this research was that a bachelor's degree is needed to get into every law school, but it really doesn't matter what the bachelor's degree is. As long as you have courses in English, history, public speaking, government, economics, mathematics, you're pretty good, and that's something that was important for me to find out because I'm doing the individualized studies, not a traditional paralegal major. And to get into law school, you have to pass the law school admissions test, which my wife has helped me prepare for already by buying me certain books. So, thank you. Now, law schools themselves award the Juris Doctor degree, and they have courses on constitutional law, contracts, property law, intellectual law, civil procedure, and legal writing. And all law schools must be approved by the American Bar Association, or the ABA. There are currently 205 ABA approved schools. 204 of them give you the Juris Doctor degree, and the last one is in the U.S. Army. I'm thinking I'm not going for that one. It's just not me. So, the American Bar Association also oversees the bar exam, which is arguably one of the hardest things that a person will ever try to do. Only 30% of people pass on their first attempt. Yeah. Most states have their own version of the bar exam, which is a multi-step thing. There's a multi-state one and a state-specific one. But a lot of states, and this surprised me, a lot of states have reciprocity with New York. So if you pass the bar in New York, there are many places you can practice law, including Minnesota. So, and what are the working conditions of a lawyer? They usually work from an office or the courthouse, but they also have meetings in other places such as homes, hospitals, and prisons, because they represent people who are in prison. So, and once you become a lawyer, you usually start as an associate. You work with the more experienced lawyers and judges to get yourself more experience. And after a few years, with hard work and a little luck, you'll become a partner in the firm, where you are a partial owner of the firm and you have more say over what cases the firm will take and how they'll represent them. Other lawyers become teachers at a law school. I wouldn't mind being a teacher. And there are a select few nominated or elected to judgeships, and that's really what I want to do, because that's I think the most impact that I could make. And wages for lawyers, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2013 the median was $131,990 per year. And Minnesota is actually a little bit lower than that, and lawyers working in a firm tended to make more than their private practice counterparts. So, and that's everything that I've learned. And that's what it's like to be a lawyer, and that's what I want to do, and that this research has just helped reinforce all of that. So, thank you very much.
All right. Was it long enough?
Just over.